white light starting to form underneath you, shooting straight upward, right through your spine, in through your root chakra and out through your crown chakra, out into the universe endlessly. Right through that beating heart. And see how your beating heart accentuates this white light. Almost melds with it. And then you start to notice that the white light is pulsing. It's pulsing along with this heartbeat. And you begin to notice that the white light is no longer just going up, but it's starting to radiate out. Like when a pebble is dropped in the pond and the rings traveling outward to the edges of the pond. Except in this case, we are sitting in the middle of the universe, and there is no edge of the pond for this energy to stop at, and it continues on and on in every direction. This is the energy of your heart. And let it grow as your attention grows upon it. You feed it. Feel how your heartbeat is touching everybody else in this room. With its pulsing waves of light. And then feel how it's strong enough to extend beyond this building. To all the sleeping souls of Bend and Central Oregon. The young children rubbing their eyes and climbing out of bed. See what cartoons are on. Feel the energy of your heart bless them. With love. And feel how it extends beyond even Central Oregon as it heads out to the east. Over the mountains out to the west, dropping down into the valley. Heading out to the coast. Every beautiful soul it passes, blessing them with a little bit of your light, blessing them with the light of your love. Feel how this connects you to every soul on this planet. Feel every soul that exists on this planet and feel the love that you share with them. Just bathe in it. Feel it beating. Feel the cool air coming in through your nose on your inhale. Return to your body. Feel the chair, feel the room. Savor this delicious connection with the present moment. Begin to move your fingers and your toes. Slowly bringing yourself back into a conscious state. But today, hanging on to that connection with your heart. And the connection you made with all those beings this morning. Slowly open your eyes. So our subject this morning is we're still in the season of nonviolence. And one of the challenges I face on a regular basis is maintaining that love we felt in that meditation in a world that seems completely disconnected from it and its actions and behaviors. So easy to get lost in that cyclone of discord, of disconnection that seems to permeate everyone and everything. And it's important to realize it just seems that way. Just like the actors in a play on a stage. Maybe they're acting out a scene of anger and frustration and discord, but ultimately they're all really good friends underneath all that, playing these roles. And our stage here in the stage of technology and society that we're in right now is the television, our phones, social media, reminding us constantly, this is the anger, this is the hate, this is the discord, this is the stuff you should be afraid of. We've got a little. You should be afraid of speakers in the middle of a stage that move around mysteriously. I've been up here I don't know how many dozens of times, and it's always in a different spot. Keep me on my toes. You wouldn't want life to get boring now, would we? Which ultimately is a bit of the point to all this discord that we get to experience day in and day out. How can we know love if we don't know the discord, the hate at the same time? What is the color blue if everything in the world is blue? So what is love if everything in the world is love? So we put on this production of this discord. And right now we've got all sorts of juicy stuff flowing through that media feed. Juicy stuff to be afraid of, to be hated. There's a little bug running around. It's got everybody to the point where anytime somebody coughs, it's like, should I leave? Should I run out of here? Maybe I should hate that person for coming out in public with that cough. And so how do we live in here, our hearts, when it's so tempting to be in discord, when it's so tempting to just swim in the water that the world seems to be swimming in? One little technique that has come to my experience over the last few weeks is that little gong you just heard out of my wife's phone, and the little beep beep that you just heard out of mine sitting next to it. And that is something that we're sort of nicknaming the gratitude gong. Every hour we found this little app. This is part of the gratitude class that William is teaching. A little app that makes a little noise on your phone, like those old Casio watches used to go beep beep every hour. I loved mine when I was a kid. In this time, the intent, though, the intention, the focus of setting this particular app, so many apps on these phones that can distract us from the world. Oh crap, the coronavirus just hit 3 in the state of Oregon. I don't know that to be the case, by the way, but I heard the other day maybe it hit 2. 2 out of 4 million people have come down with this. And yet we're all walking around like every other person's got the plague. This is the extremes which our society loves to blow things into. And we should, I guess, be grateful for that, because we get to really experience an extreme sense of discord. So then we can experience an extreme sense of the opposite of that, love. So the gratitude gong is to change your intent, is to change the message that's coming through that feed every hour to remind you. And then you ask yourself the question when you hear it, what am I grateful for right now? Right here, right now. I thought it was a simple little exercise. I didn't think much of it. I practiced it in the past. Never had this particular application to really force it home, though. And boy, there's something really interesting to be in an argument with somebody. A family member, a loved one, a coworker. Maybe you're on the highway. That guy just cut me off. What the hell? Why does his truck have to be so darn loud next to me in my open window as I sit at this light? What is the deal? These are my particular favorite discords as I've moved to the state of Oregon, where there is no emissions control laws. From a state that had very strict emissions control laws, it always baffles me when I see a big giant plume of diesel exhaust in front of me. And of course, it's a great opportunity to go, he's a bad person. And he deserves my hate. Inconsiderate. Blowing his loud energy all over the planet into my experience. And then the gratitude gong goes off. What am I grateful for right now? Oh, here I am. I'm back. I'm grateful for this warm car I happen to be sitting in right now with 4 windows that can roll up. I've had cars that didn't have windows that rolled up from time to time. My, how grateful one can be for windows that roll up and down, especially when it's this cold out. I love it. One of them went down. It must have been midnight. God, it was cold. And the darn thing wouldn't come back up, and we had an hour-long drive home. simple opportunity to go, how dare that damn Ford, man, they built that damn motor to not work right after 5 years, and now I got to go spend $200 to have it replayed. And then it works again in a few days after it's repaired, and you go, thank you. I'm so grateful for windows that roll up. So the gratitude gong, great opportunity to continually orient yourself back to where you choose to be, your intention. And I don't know about you, but my intention in life has to clearly be love, day in and day out, because it's not easy. It does not come naturally to just wander around, not for this particular soul and the experiences it's had in this life and past lives, to stay in that state, to recognize that the young man who has the extremely loud pickup truck that blows big plumes of exhaust is ultimately saying, please, somebody, please acknowledge my existence in life. Nobody is listening to me. So maybe my giant loud vehicle will help bring some attention. And attention is really what we're talking about this morning, attention, your focus. The gratitude gong goes off, and your attention is back on love. Instead of everything that's wrong in this world, it's off of the coronavirus. Sorry for using that word. And it's back to love. And so your focus is on that. There's been countless experiments, and check them out on YouTube if you want. The results are absolutely mind-boggling, where people take 3 plants and put them in different parts of their house, and they just hate all over one of them. They just hate it like mad. Just go in there and yell at, rah, you suck, you're a terrible plant, and they play loud rock music on it. In another room, they've got beautiful, soft, loving music, and they go in and they say, I love you, thank you. Thank you for being here with me today. And another one they just straight up ignore. A third one in a different part of the house, they give no attention whatsoever. And every time, with no exception, this is not a latest pharmaceutical drug. There are 38% of the people who tried it had benefit from it. And so that's enough. So let's put it out there and make our billions on this thing. This is every time the plant that receives the love grows and grows and grows and prospers, and the one that received the hate withers and suffers. And so when you see an experiment like this, and you find yourself in traffic upset with a driver for doing something to you, upset with a coworker for having said something to you, a family member who maybe didn't wash their dishes or put the toilet seat down, whatever your favorite form of discord, inducement is, based on your experience in this life. Fantastic opportunity to come back and say, oh, this person needs my love right now. Their tank is on empty as they express their discord, as they yell, please, somebody love me. Unfortunately, we've been gotten in the habit of in our society of saying, please, somebody love me, by being mean, by being cruel, by protecting ourselves, by huddling up in our armor. And so it's our job to maintain the intention, regardless of what has happened to you over the course of your life, over the course of this day, over the course of the 2 minutes that you interacted with this person or this thing that has upset you so, is to come back right to your heart. Say 3 very, very important words. I choose love. So easy to choose otherwise, but this today, right now, I'm not perfect. 30 seconds ago, I might not have had it, and I might not have it 30 seconds from now, but right now, while my intention is here, I choose love. And just like that plant who withers and dies when we hate all over it, that shift to love causes that plant then to prosper and grow. And it might seem like a little thing. It might seem like a little thing, but it can change the world. It really can change the world. Imagine if everybody did it. This is always one of the lessons I received as a kid. Imagine if everybody did that. You know, if you litter, like this is one of my lessons, Dad's lessons. He always walked around picking up litter everywhere he went. He'd just grab it. Dad, what are you doing? That's disgusting. And he'd pick it up, put it in his pocket, throw it in the trash can next time he had the opportunity to. Son, just imagine if everybody littered, what this world would look like right now. And then just imagine if everybody picked up a piece of trash every time they saw it. What this world would look like right now. And what a big, big difference that is. And so you have to start with you. You cannot demand that the other person love you first. You have to go first. You might get lucky. They may love you first. But guess what you don't have any control over? What they do. And guess what you have perfect control over? What you do. So you can say, yes, I understand you're upset with me. I understand that you may have just done something to cause me discord. But I choose to love you. Because I choose to love myself first and foremost, because that's the ultimate, most important lesson. If there is a person in this world who needs your love now, it's you. If you're not giving it to yourself, there's no way you can give it to everybody else. If you don't have it for yourself, you can't pass it around. And so, if that's what you need to do, if you can't muster it for the person who has upset you, muster it for yourself. And in no time flat, you will find yourself mustering it effortlessly for everyone around you and everything around you and everything that occurs. And love grows, and it's passed forward. And the world's a slightly better place that very moment. And then the next person does it, and the next person does it, and everybody picks up a piece of trash, and the world is then filled with love. A world that was formerly filled with fear. That's why we come here every day, to remind ourselves this. That's why Dave gets on the piano, plays us his beautiful music, and Jane comes up here and gives us our beautiful words. So we remember, we are here to love.
Let it grow, let it grow. Let it blossom, let